Here we go. Hello, my name is Natalie, and this is The Kitchen Sink. I'm with Natalia and Casey. We're talking about movie reviews.
Hi, I'm Natalia. Okay, before we even get to that, I just want to go through things in chronological order, how they started in the beginning of the week. The first one being, I think this was on Thursday. Bullseye has been confirmed as the secondary villain for Daredevil season 3. This is actually something that I've known since early August. I have connections, so that's fun. But it is really exciting because it was really fun to see all of my friends and everyone to just be like not really sure that this was going to happen, and to finally tell them that it was the best thing. On to the movie reviews. I saw Venom on Friday. I saw it.
That's the movie with like all the black stuff, right?
Yeah, that's what it is. I saw Venom on Friday in IMAX. You don't really need to see it in IMAX. I saw it in IMAX because it was my roommate's birthday, and so we just did that. It for me felt like a 90s superhero Sam Raimi film. Sam Raimi was the one who directed the first Spider-Man trilogy, the Tobey Maguire one. It for me felt like it was a so bad it's good kind of thing. The beginning was a slog to get through. But it was overall just like really fun when Venom ended up coming out. The action was good, but granted, I only remember one scene, and that was like the first chase scene. And I like that, but everything else I've just completely already forgotten. Hardy did an amazing job as Venom, and he also did the voice of Venom. Hardy did an amazing job as Eddie Brock and the voice of Venom, and it was great. There are 2 end credit sequences. The first one for the film, it's amazing, and the second one for what was it? For it was a scene for Into the Spider-Verse, which is an animated Spider-Man film that is going to be coming out December, I believe, Christmas time. Here's also just a quick warning for Venom. It's not spoilery, but if you're epileptic, leave. There's there's going to be a scene with intense flashing lights. This is during the lab entry scene, and there was no warning for this. So I have a friend of mine who's epileptic, and she went in and she got scared. So be cautious. That's it for the epileptic part and for Venom. The next one that I saw was the day after, I think. Oh no, I saw it on Sunday, which was A Star Is Born. I will quote this movie as being unnecessarily sad. It's so sad.
It looks like that in the commercials.
Yes, it's really sad. I felt like it kind of overstayed its welcome a little bit. It felt a little too long at some point.
How long was it?
All of them are supposed to be sad.
Made? It was originally made
in
like
the 30s.
The 30s, and then it was late 30s, and then it always had a sad plot. But I feel like since like the kind of like dramatic elements of Gaga, it was into it.
Yes.
It made it really sad.
Yeah. I ended up tweeting this and it being like so sad and necessarily sad. Great tunes. Like it's got good music, but it's really, really sad. It's complete and total Oscar bait, but that's what it's meant to be.
I feel like nowadays the Oscars are just gonna be like, it's too hyped up for it to win an Oscar.
No, I actually feel like it will. It for sure will get nominations. I don't know if it'll win.
But like the Oscars usually go for like the independent movies, and like it's a kind of
it's pretty indie though. I feel
it's a little indie, but
then you also got like the talent of Gaga, and it's becoming
like,
a tiny bit mainstream. Yeah,
who are like the main cast? They're gonna be like, next.
I feel like Gaga is a shoo-in to at least get a nomination. I don't know if she's gonna win. I know for sure that Shallows is gonna get a win. For sure a nom, but I think it will most likely get a win. Another epilepsy warning. This was, I think it was between the first half hour-ish. This is before, this is like as she's going to see his first show. It will make sense. Leave right when they get to the location. Gaga and Cooper, they were amazing. Gaga was just the best thing ever. There was a very long part of it where she ended up having, I don't even care. I don't know if it's a spoiler. I don't really know. She has this bright orange red hair, like fire red hair. And they don't the thing that really annoyed me is that they didn't put this in any of the promotion, and then you see it throughout the rest of the film, and it was just really confusing because I was like, I was coming in here to see brunette Gaga, not like an orange red haired Gaga. That was really frightening. Really, really weird. Essentially this film is just like the music industry is crap. And it's not all that it's cracked up to be.
Would you recommend it though?
I don't know. I really don't know because it's incredibly sad, and the music is great. I really don't know.
I don't get sad at movies.
You don't get me neither.
No,
here's the thing though, I don't cry.
Marley.
I'm completely heartless. I am. I will only cry if this is something like Daredevil related. Like next week when Daredevil comes out, I'm gonna go see it with a friend of mine. It's a show. It's a Netflix show. Next week when the show comes out, I'm gonna see it with a friend of mine. We're gonna binge the whole like 13 episodes, and I know I'm gonna cry. Like,
I love that.
Hands down.
We love a good binge.
We do.
Mm-hmm.
Also, another noteworthy thing to add is Sam Elliott is amazing. Sam Elliott plays Cooper's brother. There's a scene where he reverses a car. It's near the end of the film. He reverses a car, and you just like stick with his face as he's doing. It's so wow.
Is it one of those like uncomfortable angles? But like
no. It's just like straight to his face, and you just see it's really beautiful. It's wow. There are also just a lot of weird time jumps, and I was again something that I wasn't really aware that was going to happen. So overall, in terms of A Star Is Born, I'm not sure if I would recommend it. I mean, I for sure would. The question is, I don't know if I would like. These are two different films. Venom is a film I don't recommend that you go see in IMAX. I don't really see the necessity of it.
What is the difference between IMAX and regular watching movies?
IMAX is more expensive and it just sounds and looks better.
Okay.
I would recommend you go see Venom, not an IMAX, just to see it if you want to see like a fun action film. It's also pretty funny. I was gonna say very, but it's funny. And A Star Is Born is I don't know if it's worth it for sure not an IMAX or anything. But I don't know if it's worth it to actually go see the film. I think if you want a good cry, then you for sure should do that. And also it's just like a fun concert experience, especially the beginning of it. So that I would go with. I personally wouldn't recommend you go see that in the theaters. But yeah, that's me. All right. We have some box office coming up for both of those films, so stick around for that. Yeah?
Yeah.
Or do we want to go right into box office?
You can go into box office.
All right. This is a lot of words. So be prepared, people. So for Venom, it was number one over the weekend at 80 million domestic, which is the biggest October opening since 2013's Gravity, which had 55.7 million. And And it's also now number 7 at the 2018 top openings for this year, which ended up beating out Marvel's Ant-Man and the Wasp, which came in at 75.8 million.
Wow.
The demographic for this, in terms of male and female, was 68% male, 32% female. And in terms of race, was 36% Caucasian, 27 Hispanic, 19 African American, 11 Asian, and 6 other. It also ended up getting a B+ cinema score. And it has so far a 125.2 million foreign and 25.2 million global debut. And yeah, that's it for Venom. As so far for A Star Is Born, it's at it was number 2 this weekend, and it had 41.2 million domestic. The gender division was 66 female and 34 male, so it kind of evened itself out with Venom. And it was 69% Caucasian, 17% Hispanic, 7% Asian, 4% African American, and it getting in a cinema score. I mean, that kind of makes sense, honestly, all of this, though. in terms of the female and male split for both of these films. So that was not bad because it ended up evening itself out by a few points. As for everything else in terms of race, that also makes sense.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
That's a lot to consider.
It is so much. I'm so sorry. That was really fast.
What are we talking about when we get back?
We are going to be talking about a first look at Ruby Rose in a CW show, 2 things on Suicide Squad, and a poster of Aladdin.
Ooh, Aladdin. Okay, that is exciting. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll be back soon. Goodbye.
I feel like